The SE4 is the single greatest product I've ever created.
My name is Rory Craig, and I'm the lead helmet designer at Troy Lee Designs. And today what I want to do is talk to you about our new helmet, the SE4. I'll kind of go through some of the features of it, how we arrived at the design that we did, and just our overall goal in developing this helmet. So with the SE4, we're actually doing something new for us. We're doing 3 different shell sizes. Before we had a large and basically a small shell. So now we have a large shell, a medium shell, and then a small shell as well. And this is a prototype. So this isn't the real thing right here. But the nice thing about that is this will be for the XL, XX customers. So it's a lot more proportional to their head size. The medium shell will be for the medium and large customers. And then this guy here is going to be for the extra small and the small customers. And this will be a nice size for the kids, something we've never had. It's a lot more proportional to a kid's body type and their head size. It's actually almost the same size, a little bit bigger than a medium D3 bike helmet for comparison. I can talk a little bit first about some of the design elements that we pulled into this helmet. And you'll see a lot of these elements, as far as the fins and exaggerations here, are taken from the D3 helmet. So we wanted to, since the D3 helmet is our top-of-the-line mountain bike helmet, we wanted to bring some of that heritage, some of that brand ID into this helmet. And as you can see here, we beefed up some of the fins in the back, added these 3 kind of defining fins that you'll see on a lot of our helmets, especially future helmets as well. And then we also added more ventilation to the helmet. So we beefed up some of the holes, added more ventilation in the back, ventilation in the front with different intakes, and totally different design in the chin bar than the current SE3. And we also got rid of the mouthpiece in the front. And there's a lot of advantages to doing that, not only to make it lighter, but also it's a lot safer to not have any protruding pieces when you crash or go down that could possibly snag on the ground. So again, we wanted to make it faster, lighter, but also safer, and that's really what our main focus and Troy's main goal was, to make a much safer, better performing helmet. So this is actually a display that we're working on. This will be in the store so people can actually pick it up and look at the features of the helmet in an exploded view. So you usually don't see a helmet with all the pieces coming apart and actually seeing all the different layers underneath the helmet. But basically, this is what keeps you safe. You obviously have the carbon Kevlar composite shell, and then you have, in this case, we have actually 3 different densities of EPS, 3 different pieces. This was done not only for manufacturing reasons, it makes it easier to assemble, but also with these 3 different densities, we can custom tune it and make the helmet perform in different scenarios better in different locations. So we got 3-part EPS. This also has 8% of extra top coverage, and this is over all the competitors' helmets. So we took apart all the competitors' helmets, measured all the different thicknesses, the different densities of EPS to see where we ranked, and we found that we needed to add some EPS to improve the safety. And the EPS is really what keeps your head safe. It absorbs all the energy when you crash. One of the other things we want to do is add a lot of extra coverage right here in the front temporal zone. This was, from our studies, we've seen most of the crashes are actually in this area. You go down, you kind of high side and smack your head on the ground. So this was really important. We had a 13% more EPS here than our competitors. And what you'll see from the test results is this adding of the EPS helped a lot in performance. We also added the Mips rotational protection system. You'll see this a lot, becoming a lot more common in helmets. It's a really effective system for when you do crash. There is a little bit of rotation as far as movement in your head, and this helps dampen some of that and reduce the forces transmitted to your brain. We've also added about 20 millimeters more coverage in the back, so it actually comes lower on the back of your head And this, again, is another safety feature to protect as much as your head, spine as possible during a crash. One of the main differences as far as material-wise from this helmet to and the SE3 is we've actually added in the chin bar EPP, or expanded polypropylene. And this material is a lot lighter and performs similar to EPS, but it has like a multi-impact performance value, so you can keep hitting it, keep squishing it, and it's going to return back to its original shape. Whereas the EPS, once you hit it, it's obviously done its job, it's absorbed the energy, and it's no longer useful anymore. Some of the other features are we've added emergency release cheek pads. So these release out, so if you do crash, you can disengage them. If you're down on the ground, the paramedics can disengage the cheek pads and get the helmet off your head a lot easier. We also have a removable comfort liner that uses snaps. So there's 4 snaps on it. And then you remove the liner, so it's pretty easy to remove and install. And also with the liner, just to improve the airflow, you can see it's kind of Swiss cheesy, but it's designed to work with the internal channeling of the helmet, just to get that air up and over your head and get that hot air out the back of the helmet to really cool off your head. And from our testing, this between this liner and the channeling system that we have in the helmet, it's quite a drastic improvement as far as airflow goes. You can remove this little EVA sticker here, and there's plenty of room to put an eject in here. A lot of other companies actually cut out a hole on the inside to fit the eject, but we found that you're sacrificing EPS thickness doing that, so we decided to take it out of the liner. It's a lot safer that way because you're going to end up putting the thickness back when you put the eject in there anyways. So this way you have full coverage EPS in here. There's no possibility you hit right on that top spot during some freak accident. You at least have the EPS to protect you. Pretty early on, we had, when Cole Seeley was on our team, he did a lot of the first testing with this helmet. He actually rode in this one here, which is not a real helmet. This is all 3D prototyped, rapid prototyped. We did about 5 total helmets with this prototype process, not only to see how it looked full scale styling wise, but also to have the riders test it out. We've been working on the SE4 helmet for about, from start to release date, about 3 years it'll be. So overall, the SE4 helmet has met all our expectations as far as performance. Through our testing with ACT Labs, with our test riders, our racers, Troy himself, we've come to really love this helmet and feel that we've developed a product that's not only, again, safer, but lighter, and overall I think will improve the level of safety in the market and push not only our company but other companies to develop safer, better performing helmets.
Your safety is my priority.